everybody. Here to make his famous Christmas cranberry and white chocolate wreath. Look at that beauty. Please welcome back our good friend, another beauty, Chef Donal Skehan.
Thank you.
The wreath's not the only thing that's gorgeous.
Great to be back for Christmas, just in time for Christmas.
We're so excited to have you here, and I just want you to know that Jennifer decided to stick around because when she heard about this wreath, she said, "Oh, I'm staying."
It looks delicious.
Thank you. Well, you're welcome to try it and enjoy it. It's very easy to make too.
Okay.
Everybody,
we're going to find out. We're going to find out.
Cameron, you get in there. So I know that this is one of your favorite desserts to make over the holidays.
Yes.
How come?
It's a Scandinavian-inspired one. My wife is Sophie is from Sweden, and when they bake in Sweden, they infuse it with gorgeous spice. And there's cardamom, which is a wonderful thing to use in your baking around Christmas time. It's really gorgeous, and it's in this basic sort of bread dough, this sweet bread dough.
Oh, so what is in your bread dough? We have it here rolled out.
It's your normal bread dough with a little bit of sugar.
Okay.
So literally you raise it, and I've added that crushed cardamom just to give you that scent as you dive into it. Do you get it when you try it?
It's like a Kringle, like a
like a Kringle.
Yeah, that has a cardamom in it.
I don't know what a Kringle is.
Ask your wife.
Oh,
okay,
right. A Kringle is.
A Kringle. Okay, well, there you go.
And do you know what? Do they put cardamom in donuts? I think.
Yes,
I think that's the donut flavor.
Yeah.
I'm
works
pretty sure.
Cinnamon, maybe.
Cinnamon and cardamom.
But actually, this works really well with both cinnamon and cardamom. So it's a riff off the traditional Swedish cinnamon bun, and we've Christmasified it with some cranberries and some white chocolate.
I like that, and a little bit of butter.
And just a small touch of butter here, my friends.
So that's butter and sugar together.
This is it. So we've risen our dough, we've rolled it out, and now this is where we're going to make our wreath. Now, as you can see, it's just a small amount on here.
Just a tab.
It's the holidays. You can go extra for this.
I agree.
So at this point now, you can basically scent your butter with a little bit of cinnamon in here, or you could add more cardamom. It's totally up to you.
Okay.
But this is going to be the glue that holds together our cranberry and white chocolate mix here.
Okay, so these are fresh cranberries. You haven't cooked them or anything.
These are not fresh. These are fresh cranberries. Yes, there's no hassle here. You can pick these up fresh in the store, and they're really handy for a cake like this. What I do actually is Christmas muffins with the same combination of white chocolate and cranberries, and they are spectacular.
Well, you're going to have to come back and do that.
I'll just have to come and do it again. We'll bring the family the next time.
I know, Sophie and little Noah.
It hasn't quite spread to the edge, but you get the gist of it.
Yeah, we got it.
So we're going to add in our cranberries. Now, this looks a little wild, but you're going to add them straight over here.
Oh, it's
and I'm going to ask you to help me, Debbie. And we're going to press our cranberries in and just give them a little bit of a press. And as you do that,
we're gonna crunch them?
they do a little squidge and they do a little crunch.
Like
so it's pretty good. We're also going to add in our white chocolate over here.
Nice.
And essentially what you're getting is this beautiful kind of encasement of white chocolate and cranberries and all things seasonal and fancy and home and family and all the gorgeous things. And all we're going to do
I wish you were more excited about this.
It's Christmas! You guys do this day in, day out.
I wish you got into it a bit more, but whatever.
So now we roll it.
You got to get an Irishman in to get excited.
Fantastic.
So look, we're going to roll it up. Debbie knows what's going down. And this is where it's fun. It's a really fun thing to do at Christmas.
Now we make it into a wreath.
Make it into a wreath. Sorry, she's moving me along. I love it. Okay, stand back, Debbie. Stand back, stand back. We're going to slice down the center. So we're going to slightly ruin what we've done. And you're going to take this and you're going to make this into an edible wreath for all the family to enjoy. This is exciting. So, who knew we'd get... Oh, no, hang on. We need to slice.
What's happening?
Hang on. Get your fingers back. Get your fingers back.
Oh, no, there goes a finger.
Do we need to put on safety goggles?
I did say to them that this is the most complicated recipe I've ever made on Home and Family, but that you can see why. But it's really worthwhile in the end. So what we're going to do is do a little bit of a wrap and a roll.
Okay.
What are you doing, Debbie?
I'm just putting it back together. It's falling apart.
I love it. So we're basically just going to go one over the other. And if it does look a little messy like this, don't worry. You're going to bring this together. So just stick with it.
Just keep doing it.
So is it like you're braiding?
Yeah, braiding.
It's not even as complicated as braiding. We're just literally twisting. So if things fall out as they are, stick with it because we're going to bring this together.
Put it back in.
We're going to put it back together and we're going to basically bake this into our lovely wreath. So you kind of just do a little bit of a tucking action and then look at this. It's not really the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. But I tell you what, when you get this on your tray and you get it all together, this is going to look absolutely spectacular. So this now is going to rise for at least 45 minutes until it's doubled in size.
Wow.
And what you should get left with is something that's a lot less messy and looks beautiful like this. I love Debbie's like still jamming the cranberries and the white chocolate in.
Pretty.
Jam those cranberries in because they're so good in
Aren't they so nice? And
Give Debbie a job. She takes it very seriously.
I know this. I know. She is all over. She is like kitchen goddess right now.
Oh, gosh.
So look, we have our one that's risen. We're going to brush this with a little bit of egg, and this just gives you a lovely, egg wash, a lovely little bit of a golden color color over the
Beautiful.
top. And then the last finishing touch, this is where the Scandinavian touch comes from. It's a little bit of pearl sugar. I don't know if this is a regular, have you come across it before?
They have it at baking stores, but it's not something that I use all the time if I'm baking. Pearl sugar is sort of special.
It's one you can get, I think you can get in different stores, or you can order it online. But it gives you this gorgeous sweet crunch over the top. So we're just going to sprinkle this over.
It's like chunky sugar.
Right.
It's like chunky, crunchy sugar, and it's so good. And if you've been to Sweden, the traditional way of finishing your cinnamon buns is to have that pearl sugar on the top.
So nice.
This goes into the oven.
For how long?
20 minutes
Oh, it's
for
pretty heavy,
350, and we do have
my
one that is
goodness.
looking good to go. Let me
It's
pull this up
incredible.
That is.
and see what we're dealing with.
Yeah, come on now.
Come on. Look at that. Look at that.
That's not
Face
impressive.
gold.
I mean, it's a real showstopper. Serve that at your Christmas dinner. Have it finished with along, your cheese board, your coffee.
My
it's gonna
goodness,
be good.
it's
Your
gonna be
Christmas
good.
movies,
Now-
of course.
Now, let me ask you
Donal.
something. How does Sophie feel about this?
About this, that I've completely ruined her Swedish Christmas, her traditional recipe. No, she loves it. She's a big fan of this.
Donal, we also want to get an update on your very sweet and beautiful son, Noah. We love when you come by and tell us about him.
He is so much fun. He's just about to turn 1. We are having so much fun. We're going home for
Look at
Christmas.
that.
And best of all, he has learned how to play peekaboo, which is like his obsession at the moment. Except we can all see you. We can all see you.
Don't tell him! Don't tell him!
Sorry, no. Anything that's the most hilarious thing that you've ever come across?
It is the most hilarious.
Hey, so I can let's just watch that. You know what? Whenever we have extra time in the show, we should just air that right there. Just to show Noah.
Constant
Right?
entertainment.
I can't believe how big he's gotten. Do you know he brought him here when he was like 2 months old?
I know.
In his little stroller.
Give him a little squeeze of its cheeks and squidginess. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for having me back.
Everybody.
Yes, Donal. We're
This
so
is
happy.
delicious. The full
Guys.
recipe, head over to hallmarkchannel.com and you can connect with Donal on his website as well, everybody.